Gallywix! It doesn't have to end here!
Oh, save me the mush! The Horde made you soft!
I'm not being soft. I'm offering you a way out!
You don't make the offers. I do. Now watch and learn how a real goblin takes charge.
Having taken a strategic retreat, Jaster Gallywix holed up in the halls of the Galagio. Whatever Gallywix has been working on, it's guaranteed to be a powerful, deadly, and capable of crushing any who oppose him. Obviously, I've already shown the story mode version of this fight for you guys, but obviously I want to show the LFR version to see if I can show off a bit more of the mechanics. Whoops.
Bust out some big bombs, boy! Blast ya!
Not sure if he's going to do the big heal soak or heal absorb.
Get up and dance for me, you little jerks! Bust out the big bombs, boy! Warm regards!
I just realized I'm in my Mythic Plus AoE build. I forgot to switch builds before this fight. That's one of the reasons my damage is not all that great.
Wonder how I help the old Harbinger? Get a load of this thing!
So I'm curious, I don't think it's going to do the bomb in LFR.
It's about to blow your face off!
Giga Blast.
I mean, the Giga Console's... Oh, it does do. Okay, so you see what that guy did? That's my job in our guild's raid group during this fight. Is grabbing one of those bombs during that particular part and taking it to one of those Giga controls.
It's getting hot in here!
If you don't do that, it's basically a wipe.
You want a face full of rain? Move your feet! Get those bombs in a good spot!
Almost feels like Gallywix is yelling at the tanks of this fight. Put those bombs in a good spot!
Blast ya! Get up and dance for me, you little jerks!
Ah, the old, using a gun to get people to dance. Dance for me!
Hey, get in here!
Giga Coils.
It's alive!
Now, in some ways, I'm not, upset about being in my AoE build for this fight because of the ads.
Nah, I got something.
The issue is that normally when this happens, we have one of our DKs use Slappy Hands to move all the ads into one spot so that we can cleave them all down. Of course, as I said, my job is usually that bomb. No. Drop the bomb. Drop the bomb.
Getting class plated.
Now you've done it! I'm the last boss you'll ever see!
What is he doing? He's just holding on to it. Look at this guy. He's holding the bomb and he doesn't care.
Warm regards.
Well, this is LFR, so it's not going to wipe us. Even though it should. Alright, I'm not going to move. Oh gosh, I need to move. I'm not gonna move. I need to move!
Pardon me.
But as you saw, that was essentially the same kind of lines mechanic. You see the timer on that? Oh, of course it's just gonna throw it off. Rather than at the, you know.
Bigger, badder, bomb blast.
So yeah, that's little damage because it's LFR. But if this was like normal or higher, that would have wiped us.
Hey, get in here.
Jeez Louise.
Giga coils.
Like, I'm a little annoyed that that guy just straight up... I don't think he even realized he had the bomb on him.
Fire it up.
So this is the only annoying part right here, is not knowing... Oh, there's the bomb. Nope. Okay, that person actually picked it up and did the mechanic right. Unlike the other guy, whoever that was. So I was going to show off me doing the mechanic, but everybody else is doing it. So, never mind.
Blast ya.
So I think this keeps stacking the longer the fight goes on. I haven't exactly watched the... Okay, yeah, so that's 7, so yeah. So this is why you wouldn't want this fight to just keep on going and going. Now, as we found out during the race, he does have a hard in-rage. At least on Mythic. But if I can see the hard in-rage on LFR for Muggsy, I'm sure it's here as well. For Gallywix.
Hey, get in here.
Giga coils.
It's alive.
Giga blast.
Fire it up.
Giga blast. Giga coils.
Of course, we beat him before I could actually show off that mechanic.
Worthless hunk of junk!
Hey, hold on!
It's not over till I say it's over. And I always win!
Look out!
Huh? Ah! Let's get out of here.
I love this cutscene showing off all of our different characters in the background there. Not just me, but the other characters, or the other players that were in this fight.
I don't believe that. What Gallywix was. So, what now? We rebuild this place. We start cleaning up the mess he made. And eventually, we make the world recognize and respect us.
All right, I can get behind that. Good plan.
We've got your back if you've got ours. Always.
So now that this is up, I may have to get some alts in here to try and farm some of these pieces. See if I can be lucky enough to win the rolls on these if they drop. It's not often you get a shield with an equip effect. Still doesn't look as good as the Bulwark of Azeroth. But then again, not many shields are ever going to be better looking than the Bulwark of Azeroth. So, I will say it's a little kind of almost like pathetic how Gallywix died, but it's also very fitting. You know, we didn't necessarily need a grand death for Gallywix, because he didn't deserve it. He was a pathetic, greedy slimeball that deserved to die back in Cataclysm, and he's just always gotten us to hate him, and he's been, like, we've wanted to kill him for years, but he's not like some grand villain that we enjoyed having around. No, he was I don't want him around. I don't want him on my screen. And honestly, him getting squished by his own machine, his own, contraption, and, there could be he was, like, killed by his own greed and such, but I don't really think that's necessarily the case here. But, now, whether or not this is a fitting, like, I don't know, like, I'm sure those of you, there are those of you that have heard about the controversy surrounding this raid, as well as the race to world first, and how it finished. In some ways, I understand the, because it wasn't quite like that compared to, say, Ansurek in the Rhubarb Palace, but I'm okay with it because it's Gallywix. Like, obviously, it's not great for those who like to have a nice, entertaining, fun race, but to me, that's more fitting for, like, the epic final boss of an expansion. Like, even though Ansurek was a pretty, epic fight, and the Rhubarb was quite a difficult, tough, fascinating race to watch compared to this one, this was a more fun, lighthearted raid and race, but I don't know. I have mixed feelings about it. I'm not as, like, I don't feel as strongly about it being as tough or as, I don't know, compelling to watch compared to others in the past. I think this raid and this race is going to be a lesson for the people at Blizzard, hopefully, for what they do going forward. Now, I say that hoping that they don't then all of a sudden make the next raid, like, insanely difficult. Like, that's not what people are asking for. We're not asking, like, I'm not one of those who's like, it's too easy, make it harder. I'm not amongst those who are, like, in the Elden Ring crowd who want everything to be insanely difficult and a challenge for everybody, especially the more casual player base, which I am a part of, even though, like, because, like, my guild, we're not like a hardcore guild, like, we're not Mythic Raiders. We are more lighthearted, more casual, more social, but we also like to do, heroic raiding and Mythic Plus and such. We like to do progression and such, while also being more lighthearted and fun for everything involved and everyone involved. Unlike some of the higher-ups that are super hardcore and super strict and super, like, just, we're going to be doing everything, like super strict and everything, and be less social and such. This is not about social, this is about, like, being on the top and such, I hope you guys are getting what I'm saying, as opposed to, I'm just kind of, like, I guess, blabbering at this point. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and cut this off. When we return, we're going to go ahead and continue where we left off with that quest line that takes place afterwards about who killed Gallywix's relative that was supposed to inherit ownership of the Galagio, and try and see if we can find out what's going on and how that gets resolved. So stay tuned for that.